He's not one of these guys who's out there like Sean Deeb firing every single bracelet event going for Player of the Year every year, but he's playing his share of bracelet events for sure. So likely to add to his total over the future years. Ausmus limping it in. Yockey making it 240,000 in the big blind. Ausmus calls with a queen 10, 8, 5 and picks up top pair and some straight possibilities on this queen jack jack flop. Yockey wrapped around that board. Also,
yeah,
the nut
about
spade
as good
draw.
as you can get without actually connecting with it.
Yeah, he might like the board to not be paired, but yeah, he's got a lot of possibilities and blind versus blind, three-handed, a little less worried about the boats. Though speaking of Schulman, that stud final table last year, one of the more entertaining WSOP final tables with the old school cigar and sunglasses look.
I mean, he's a legend. He's an absolute legend.
Different ways to have fun at these final tables. That outfit for Schulman, the Ben Yu performance today, although didn't last as long as Ben would have liked today. But
hey, we got some good content out of it.
Oh, for sure. Some good content yesterday with Negreanu going to work on that sandwich. Spade on the river here. Makes a nut flush for Yockey. Ausmus with two pair. Queens and jacks with a 10 kicker. Yockey deciding how much to bet with those spades, looking for 500,000 from Ausmus, who does block a spade. He does also block a couple of full houses, although not sure the way this hand is played. I guess he could rep a slow played full house if he wanted to turn his hand into a bluff here. He has some of the properties you might look for.
2 million.
And 2 million, the raise from Ausmus. He's going to put Yockey to the test with that nut flush.
This looks like he's going to fold, but
Yockey unblocking all the pairs on the board and blocking a missed straight draw. Immediate time bank. He's going to need to think this one over.
very tough spot here for Yockey.
We were talking earlier about who's capable of coming with a big bluff, and we mentioned both of these two, and Ausmus doing it right here.
That's also what makes it tricky is that, you know, Yockey knows Ausmus is capable, right? Anytime you're more capable of doing things that aren't the nuts, then it's harder for you.
Yockey just asked how much Ausmus had left. I think mainly looking to see what he's left himself if he loses this pot.
You know, how much is he risking right here?
So Yockey in this situation, obviously Ausmus representing a full house. Yockey doesn't block any of the full house possibilities, so I don't think Ausmus is making this raise with a weaker flush. So Yockey might be better off calling with a weaker flush that blocks some of the full house possibilities. That's what he's got to work out and think through here. The strength of his hand versus the blocker effects of his hand. And how that fares against Ausmus.
I don't believe Yockey had too many time extensions. Maybe 3 or 4 of them.
I don't see any.
They're behind this graphic over here. I think there's 1 there, 2, 3, and then 1 was pulled in. So
okay. And he lets it go. Ausmus gets it through. A big bluff from Jeremy Ausmus, and he takes down a pot more than 3 million. Of course, 2 million of that his on the end, but grabs 1.4 million.